Okay, folks. Here's a little quick update. So at this particular point, I still need to get spacers for the trailer wheels, which is like $240 if I buy them local. Hundred and some dollars if I source them on $140 if I source them on Amazon. But then they get here on like the 27th, so I only get like 3 days to test them before I hit the road. Okay, that's scary no matter how you look at it. 3 days to test it before taking it on like anywhere from 7 to 9,000 miles, depending on how far I get to go on this trip. Kind of scary. Um, However, YOLO, right? Just fucking send it and hope everything works out, I guess. Um, let's see. The phone, as you can probably see from like the haziness all over, is still broken. Um, it's $250 copay with the insurance to get it. Um, I won't have that until like a few days before I leave. Um, so yeah, we pay all this insurance. Then when something goes wrong, you have to pay all this extra money up front to be able to get your phone replaced. Um, they want me to take it. You break, we fix first, and see if they will replace the screen. But considering nobody has like any information on this phone, I doubt they're going to be able to replace the screen. But anyway, this phone was giving me some issues from day one. It'll freeze out the screen, and you literally have to turn the phone off and back on, and get it to unlock so you can like actually use the touchscreen, which is kind of dumb. Um, and there's been some times where it's been a problem. Like I've tried to change music while sitting at a light, and I go to open the phone, and the screen won't work. So I just have to shove the phone back in my pocket because the light's gonna change before I get a chance to turn it off and back on. Um, because I'm not one of those idiots to actually be like playing on my phone while driving. I used to be. There was a time back in the days where I would text while I was going down the road. But that was an old physical keyboard type thing, so I just knew where the buttons were and I just felt for them and pushed them. And every once in a while, I would glance down and see if I was speaking gibberish or whatnot. Um, I look back at that and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Mm. New technology was making me dumb. I wasn't thinking. Nowadays, yeah, no, hell no. I don't even think about like playing with my phone while I will, however, occasionally put my phone in the dash of the bike, in the little phone holder, and have the GPS running, and I will reach up while I'm riding sometimes and skip a song, or reach up sometimes and tell it to tell me the next turn. Um, but other than that, I don't really touch my phone while I'm driving because it's dumb. Um, I've healed up pretty good from where the lady that was distracted on the phone hit me last month, but my rotator cuff is still hurting. That worries me. Hitting the road with a torn rotator cuff, that's not a good idea, but I don't have much of a choice. Sturgis happens when it happens. I wish I had like 2 more weeks before I left. I could really use the money, for one, um, and for two, like I could use some more time to heal. My broken foot is actually doing pretty good, um, pretty damn good. The glasses situation, we found a company that supposedly fast tracks very inexpensive glasses. So I am ordering. We ordered a pair. Um, with should be transitions. If we read the site right, should be transition glasses. So they should darken in the sun, and they're cute little Harry Potter round things, but they're plastic, not metal like Harry's. Um, and if they come in and look good like they're supposed to, $45 for a pair of glasses. If they go well, then I'll be singing about them so everybody knows, so everybody can get their own glasses for cheap. They have lots of different frames and everything, so we'll see real soon whether or not I got a internet scam or I found an internet dream. Um, but that's that. I really still need to get um, a good pair of riding glasses that are in my script. So if anybody wants to get me a pair of glasses when I'm visiting you, you'll be my hero. But I don't expect that from anybody. Just know if you wanted to do something amazing for me, take me to LensCrafters and get me a pair of fucking riding glasses that are prescription. So, anyway, but let's see, what else is there? I still have to wire the trailer. It's been raining and drizzling on days that I've had off to do it, so I haven't wanted to lay on the ground and get underneath the trailer and add wiring for um, the new lights. I also need to put the kayak rack on top of it. My friend David and I, we went running around last Thursday on my day off. I had a mental breakdown. It's when I broke my phone and the water got turned off and all kinds of crazy shit was all going on at the same time. And I had a mental breakdown. I lost my mind. Um, and David saved me from myself. He's like, let's just go look at some stuff for wasteland shit. Let's forget your problems right now. And it was amazing. I love David for that. It was really amazing. Um, I have put myself up against a wall with this trip. I bit off more than I had time to chew. Um, and maybe a little more than I financially can chew too, but I guess we'll figure that out on the road. I might get so far and then be that kid that's sitting at the fucking truck stop going, "Can you help me get gas at the next spot?" Um, but what can you do? My other friend Dave, from Orlando, has sent me the first $500 for gas. Um, he has committed himself to $1,000 for gas for this trip, which is fucking amazing. I wouldn't be doing this trip for if it weren't for him, because I was thinking about doing this trip and wanting to do this trip, and then David reached out and said, "I'm giving you $1,000 for gas. Go see your son, and then come see me." So, um, thanks to him, um, this trip is happening. So I have the first half of gas is sitting and waiting and soon to be uh, in my bank account. I'm not gonna put it in my bank account until I'm like, actually, I probably won't ever put it in my bank account, honestly. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I have a secure way to carry it on me or whatnot. I don't know. On one hand, I want to put it in the bank account because I don't want it to be able to be lifted. On the other hand, I have been on the road before, and my bank has been like, "Oh, well, we don't know what you're doing. You're spending money at gas stations like you do every day, but they're not the same gas stations you always use, so we're going to turn off your card." And they turned off my card, and I was in, I think it was Louisville, Kentucky. Um, I went to pay for my dinner at Denny's, and this is when I was going back to see why my mom was in a coma and everything. This is shortly before, this is shortly after I moved out to Colorado. My mom went in a coma, and they wouldn't tell me why because of HEPA laws. They wouldn't talk to me. So I literally had to quit my job at the time and drive all the way across the country. And that's why I built the first camper, so I could live in it while I was doing that. But so I did. I found out my card was off. I called them. I'm like, okay, we'll turn it back on. Like, I'm in Kentucky. It's me. And they're like, oh, well, we can't do that. You'll have to go into a branch and get a new card. I'm like, okay, fuck you. And there was no branch all the way until Virginia was the nearest branch. So here I am, like, 200 miles from the nearest branch. They've turned my card off. They won't turn it back on. And I've got nothing. And this amazing couple, older couple, that apparently had parked next to me. See, I got to Denny's. I pulled in. I crawled into the camper. I went to sleep. I slept for about 2 hours, because I was exhausted. So I took a break, slept, got up, went in, ordered food, ate my food, called a couple people in, updated them where I was, and was ready to hit the road and found out my card was off. So I'm arguing with the bank on that, and apparently this couple that was sitting like two tables over from me overheard a little bit of it, and they were an empty nester family. It was just husband and wife, and the kids had moved out and everything, and they were a little older, and they were RV traveling, and they were actually the RV that was parked next to me, and they were like, hey, we overheard your situation. We would like to give you $100 bill for gas to get to your bank, and we've already paid for your dinner. And I broke down and cried. Like, they made the big burly man cry, and it was such a touching moment because I was like, how the hell am I gonna do anything without a card? I have no card. I have no cash. So this time I will not be trusting my bank. I don't trust my bank. Um, I have Wells Fargo. It is one of the biggest branches out there, and they really don't treat their customers all that great. Um, but I mean, so much so that last year, like before COVID, they had started this whole campaign on apologizing for not being a good bank. Literally, they were apologizing. Um, but they really didn't do much in the way of changing how they treat us and react and everything. But they had some policies that were really screwed up that they were doing, where they were like applying for loans for you and stuff like that without your permission, and then turning around and going, hey, you've been approved for this loan. And yeah, apparently, like, they got them in some trouble. So they went on a PR grovel campaign, and I still don't trust them. Um, they haven't proven to be trustworthy, but I'm gonna let them know I'm going on a trip. And if they turn off my card, then I'm gonna find a new bank, cause fuck you. I called them Wells fuck you because they tend to fuck me a lot. Um, Also, if I don't use my card like 10 or 12 times a month, I don't remember which it is. Um, like, I don't know, I had a stroke and I'm not doing so well, so I'm not making any money. So I'm not using my card because there's no money in my bank. Well, then they hit you with a $12 a month um, usage fee. Yeah, because you don't have any money in your account, you're not using your account. So because you're not using your account, they hit you with a $12 fee, which has more than once caused a spiral reaction because I had like, $2 in my account, and they put a $12 fee on it, and then, oh look, now you got a $32 overdrawn free fee on top of it. Yeah, thanks guys. So I will give them credit. All but one time they've actually fixed that but I had to go into a branch and raise hell. So I don't know. I'm nervous. So I'm gonna take a combo probably of cash and bank, and hope nothing stupid happens. Um, I'll have at least $100 on me to get to the next bank, um, stashed away. What else? I don't know. We have problems with our neighbor right now, which is fun. He decided to rip out the fence that's on our property line without communicating with us, um, and that's been its own nightmare. I'm gonna not go into all that drama too much though, because it pisses me off. It's the beginning of my morning, and I don't want to be pissed off or pissed on. So, it's going to be a 91-degree day. I need to mow the grass, something fierce. The torn rotator cuff, I have not bothered mowing the grass in 2.5 weeks, and it's pretty long. Um, Luckily, here in Colorado, it doesn't grow that fast, but yeah, it's pretty long. So I'm going to go out and cut it, and then I'm going to wire the camper, and yeah, I gotta call Colorado Legal and see if I can get some assistance for this other bullcrap with the truck and the dude that was being all aggressive, and then the cop gave me the ticket, which turned out the dude that supposedly is the supposed victim in this, the aggressive driver. He's not involved in it. It's the city versus me. The city is trying to charge me with damage to real property. Um, it's a zero jail time charge. However, there could be fines upward of $2,600. And so what happens if I don't pay that? Oh wait, I go to jail. But because there's no immediate jail threat, I'm not allowed to get an attorney provided by the state. See that little loop there? Like, oh yeah, we're not going to give you a chance of getting a lawyer to fight this, but yeah, you're probably going to get a real big fine, and so yeah, get a lawyer. Can't afford a lawyer. Anyway, it's all bullshit. It's just a money grab. I'm really hoping I can just beat it. I have to do online court now on the 28th, and the 20, what the heck, the 27th will be my last day at the farmers market. Um, After court that last weekend I'm here, I am saving to just spend time with my woman because she's amazing and I'm gonna miss her. And I really, really want to fly her out to see me somewhere along the way. But the connection that we had that was going to help us with that has gone quiet. So I don't know if we're going to be able to afford to fly her out to North Carolina or Florida to visit me in the middle. I don't want to go 6 to 8 months without seeing my woman, but money. Money makes the world go round, and I ain't got none of it. So my world kind of sits still a lot, and it sucks. But, what can you do? Um, alright, other than that, let's see. Teeth are a little loose. They just, oftentimes, if I'm smiling while I'm talking, the pressure of my lips touching them makes them fall out, and that's kind of nerve wracking. So, once I'm done mowing and doing a couple of other errands this morning, I'm going to go sit up at my dentist office and see if he can adjust them real quick. Um, my dentist only fucking works um, Mondays, or is it Tuesdays? It's Tuesdays. So he might not be there, but the other one will be there. He only works Tuesdays and Fridays, and he only works half days. He leaves by noon. So WTF, man. Um, Must be nice. Um, but yeah, I think that's it. I'm sorry if that's annoying, but I had to think for a second. What else am I forgetting? I don't think I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, there is one thing I'm forgetting. The bike. Christian still has my bike. Um, the bushings in the bike were toast, and somehow did not scar my sleeves, um, or my pistons rather, whatever whichever part they're called. I got lucky there, didn't happen, but he had to order new ones. Made the price of the front end work go up, um, and he had to wait for parts. So it really sucks that I don't have it, but it's not his fault. I brought him all the parts that I thought it needed, and he got in there, and there were parts that were thrashed. It's the price has gone up by like $80, um, which is mostly the price of the parts, and he didn't even ask for any more labor. But I decided that it needed at least $20 more in labor because yeah, he's just getting his shop off the ground. He's starting up, and I'm not taking a freebie on it. That's rude. He's already given me a hell of a deal. Um, so, uh, shout out to Rocky Mountain Sprocket Doctor because he's fucking awesome, and everybody should go support his ass. Um, if you have a bike in the Denver area and you need work done, find him. Once I have cards, I'll post a picture of his cards. But um, anyway, so that's the update. 21, 22 minutes. Anyway, love everybody. Thank you very much for all the support. Like moral support, physical support, financial support, all the support that everybody's given me. Most importantly, the moral support. The money is important because I need the money, but the moral support is what's keeping me going. You guys rock. And people that have money to help, thank you. I'm sorry I have to be a mooch, but Stroke Boy is poor. Um, I'm getting, you know, I'm getting along. I'm not getting healthier. I'm not getting better. It's not going to happen, unfortunately. The nature of my brain damage is permanent. But as everyone can probably hear, I'm doing pretty good for a fucking stroke survivor. I am not happy with the limitations that I have now because of the stroke, but at the other on the other hand, I am ecstatic that my limitations are as limited of limitations as they are because I've known people that have had strokes that have had much more extensive limitations than what I have. So, um, pray for me, light a candle for me, um, you know, sacrifice a goat for me, whatever the hell you do. Um, please don't actually sacrifice any animals on my behalf. Um, that was more just sarcasm. Um, but the point being, do what you do to pass positive energy because I'm going to need it on this trip. I'm going to need some guardians. I'm going to need people like passing as much positive energy as they can muster up in my direction because this is a long trip. There's a lot of potential for shit to go wrong. Um, a lot of potential for shit to go wrong. And I really hope it doesn't, but it could. Um, there's mechanical problems that could happen. There's health problems that could happen. There's bad drivers all over the country, and I'm going to be covering a lot of the country. So yeah, please send all the positive energy that you can in whatever way that you feel most comfortable. Um, Again, anybody that wants to help out uh, financially with this thing, I will. I'll post my Venmo, and yeah, I'm looking at 26 states in 8 months, 6 months. I've been saying 6 months, but my doctor pointed out, well, you're gonna be gone till April. That's 8 months. So I think she's right. She's a doctor. She's smart. Smart woman. Woman. I can't talk. She's a smart woman. So 8 months. Oof. 8 months without being home with my dog and my woman. 8 months without sleeping in my own bed. But 8 months of exploring the country, seeing people that I miss, and showing love, and giving hugs and getting proper goodbyes, and because I didn't mean to leave the East Coast the way I did. I was trying to leave the East Coast for a long time, but when I left to come out here, it was only supposed to be to work the Renaissance Festival and come back. Well, here we are, like 7 years later. Um, so can't wait to see everybody. And I'm gonna shut up now because this thing's at 26 minutes. All right, love everybody. Thank you. Goodbye.